Hello everyone, Minute Plus Meditation. We begin a brand new week, Monday, October the 18th, and it's the Feast of St. Luke, one of the writers of the Gospel and of course the Acts of the Apostles. He was a physician, underwent conversion, and traveled with St. Paul for quite a while. First reading is taken from 2 Timothy. And basically, I'm not going to read everything, obviously. Do your best to come to me soon. He's writing to Timothy. For Demas, in love with this present world, has deserted me and gone to Thessalonica. Crescens has gone to Galatia, Titus to Dalmatia. Only Luke is with me. So I'll leave it there. Only Luke is with me. So he's referring, obviously, to the man whose feast we celebrate today, and that is St. Luke. Well, we can take many things from this reading, but the one thing that jumps out at me when Paul writes like this is he talks about the importance of friends. He talks about the fact that sometimes maybe we think that St. Paul didn't need friends because the guy was so strong, right? The guy was just, like I've said before, he's like a spiritual Navy SEAL. He's just seems to be so together, and yet he's a human being. He's an ordinary man. And he does need friends, like everybody needs friends, good friends, loyal friends. And he's, writing to one of them. He's a spiritual son of his, but he's writing to Timothy, who's a loyal friend. He's talking about Titus, who we know was also a loyal friend. And Luke was a loyal friend of Paul. And you and I need good friends. And we need those friends. Usually we can tell a friend, by their loyalty. And loyalty manifests itself in many ways. The modern expression, they have our back. But I prefer the term loyalty. Loyalty is not blind, but there is a certain assumption with loyalty, like a good friend should assume certain things of us. If they hear bad things about us, they shouldn't assume the worst. Doesn't mean that the worst hasn't been done by us, because we're all quite capable of doing things that are wrong. But if they're loyal to us, they should not just jump in and join the gossip or the calumny or whatever, but they should assume the best and then find out, go to us, come to us, talk to our face, rather than speak about us behind our back. So there's certain things that I think we have internal criteria whereby we assess whether or not somebody is truly a good friend, who's loyal, who's faithful. They're faithful to us. They persevere through good and bad times, and they're dependable. There's other criteria, but those are the ones that come to me now. So we all need good friends to help us through this life. So if you don't have a friend, pray for one. Pray for one, and be careful in trusting who you give your friendship to, because we can really be deceived. Because of the longings of the heart, we can, sort of put our loyalty or give somebody something that is misplaced. They prove to be disloyal to us, and they hurt us badly because we have not properly assessed how much we are looking for a friend, how much we need a friend. Don't ever let that go away. We need friends, but we just need to be careful. Don't be so demanding in your criteria that nobody's ever going to be your friend because they can't meet up to your standards. But don't be so much in want, as it were, that you're willing to accept anybody as your friend, because then you're just going to be open to hurt. And perhaps even, it could wind up being something sinful. So acknowledge your need for a friend and ask the Lord for a friend. So in the gospel, among the disciples, the Lord appointed 70 and sent them out ahead of him in pairs to every town and place where he himself intended to go. I've commented on this before, but nature of the gospel is that it will happen again. So our Lord took a risk, if you think about it, in sending these individuals out ahead of him to prepare the groundwork, to be basically his lead people to where he was to go. They could have really messed it up. They could have turned the towns against him. We don't even want to see, Jesus, if this is what his disciples are like. But Jesus was forming these individuals to be good leaders. And you and I, whether it's a priest or a parent, or if you're single, we have to be really cognizant of forming good leaders. For myself, parishioners, forming leaders and giving them real, authentic, genuine responsibility, and not micromanaging them, but helping them grow as leaders. Parents with their children, you want them to grow up to be responsible. That obviously has to happen in stages as they grow older, but you want them to be leaders. And even if you're single, still you want to be cognizant of those around you, being good leaders. Just as Jesus was wanting his own disciples to be good leaders, not to be so dependent that they were paralyzed, or not to be so involved in the details of what we give others, the responsibilities we give others, that they never grow. They're so stifled by our micromanaging. So today, be cognizant of the need for friendship and to helping others be good leaders. God bless you.